episode 2955 of the number one podcast and Apple Podcast for Job Search. You are listening to or watching No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. This weekend, I want to encourage you, join me as an insider at JobSearch.Community. I want to help you land your next job because especially if you're a LinkedIn user, a college-educated professional, it is tough out there, and the job statistics from the government don't really tell you that this is the reason why you're finding it so difficult to find work. Fewer jobs, lots more competition. I will help you compete much more effectively for the jobs that are out there. Again, go to JobSearch.Community. Today's show is one where, there are people who do get fired and make mistakes that cause them to be fired. Should you admit it? Should you tell a firm that this is what happened? Hope you find this helpful. Give the show a great review wherever you listen to it or watch it. Share it on LinkedIn and elsewhere. It will help other people. And I'll be back in just one moment. Person was fired. Should they admit to it as they interview or not? And I know this is going to be a problem, but it's also not radically different than the first question I answered. In 2019, this person was fired for making inappropriate jokes at work. So they learned a lesson from this, and it won't happen again. The problem is what to say on applications, because invariably they ask, have you ever been fired or forced to resign? Please explain. Now, if you hide it, lying on an application is grounds for termination. And when they do background checks and they find out you were terminated, it gives them permission to fire you. So whether you value honesty or not, the question is, do you lie? Do you lie and risk being exposed? Firms cooperate with one another pretty readily. And if you're in a situation where you're caught, you're screwed. So I would answer the application honestly and simply say, in 2019, I learned a very painful lesson, and I made some inappropriate jokes. That's the truth of it. What kind of jokes? It's embarrassing to admit, and I know they were wrong. So, and you can say it was a one-time occurrence, but I didn't remember the part in the employee handbook that gave them that authority, that ability to terminate me for doing that. It was awful. They weren't racist. They were more whatever. Don't go into detail. There's no way to look good by saying it wasn't racist. It was sexist. It just doesn't work no matter what you do. So very simply, put yourself in the position of saying, look, I learned a very painful lesson. And yes, I was fired. And those jokes never come out of my mouth anymore. It's nothing to worry about. And if you go back and check a reference, you'll find them telling you the exact truth. If a firm doesn't want to hire you after you've been contrite, they certainly would fire you if they brought you on board, checked the reference post-employment, and discovered you've been fired. So that's my advice. Be honest about it. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, visit JobSearch.Community. There's a lot more there that'll help you. In the meantime, I'll be back with more tomorrow. Have a terrific day and be great.